Good evening. The fiery crash landing of a Korean jetliner at the San Francisco International Airport late this morning has left at least 2 people dead and up to 70 injured, according to NBC Bay Area station KNTV. Hospitals say some of the injured are critical. Remarkably, however, most of the passengers and crew aboard, around 300, made it off the burning plane unhurt. Witnesses say the wide-body Boeing 777 on a flight from Seoul, South Korea, was approaching the runway at an unusually high nose-up angle, its tail section striking a seawall several hundred feet short of the runway threshold, sending the giant twin-engine jet careening out of control and bursting into flames. Tonight, as officials account for all the passengers and crew, investigators are picking through a trail of debris that may tell the tale of the final seconds of Asiana Flight 214. Our team is in place to bring you the very latest on today's tragedy. NBC's Noel Walker is at San Francisco Airport to start us off. Good evening, Noel. What can you tell us?
Good evening, Lester. We are 4 hours into this developing news story. We know that 11:33 Pacific time, Asiana Air Flight 214 crash landed at San Francisco International Airport. If you take a look behind me, you can see where that plane came to rest on the other side of the bay. Multiple sources tell NBC News that that plane was seen coming in very low, that the tail section hit the seawall near the bay and then broke off. We know that there was debris scattered in the water. We know that the plane then continued to skid down the runway. Some report seeing it overturn and have a wing fall off of it. There are 2 confirmed dead in this plane crash. There are 61 injured, 10 of those critical injuries. We know that they were taken to hospitals that are able to treat trauma victims, trauma dealing with burning. We also know that this is a Boeing 777, which is considered a fairly safe airplane. There have only been 3 crashes of this type of plane in the last 20 years. This would be the first fatal crash involving this type of plane. This particular plane was put into service in the year 2006, which is relatively new by airline standards. We know that flights in and out of San Francisco are being diverted right now, both locally to Oakland, which is just across the bay, and to San Jose. We know that those flights should resume shortly. Lester?
All right, Noel Walker.